What's up, Colts fans? This is Mike Adams. I'm here with my guest this week, Ryan Kelly, first-round pick of the Indianapolis Colts. And welcome to the Huntington 100. We're going to walk this 100 yards. First off, how you doing, boss?
Doing good, man. How are
Doing
you?
good.
Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. Let's take a walk. All right. Now, we're going to walk down. I'm just going to ask you some questions,
All right.
Just chilling out, cooling the breeze.
Let's do it.
All right. From Ohio.
Yep.
What was your favorite team growing up?
So, Catholic kid from Cincinnati, there's a huge pipeline to Notre Dame. That's where I always wanted to go. I used to watch like Brady Quinn, those guys. And so I always wanted to play at Notre Dame. And ultimately, how the recruiting thing goes doesn't really work out, sometimes the way you want it to go. And ultimately went to Alabama. And it was kind of strange at the time because at that point, a lot of out-of-town guys didn't go to Alabama. But now, now it's changed so much and guys are traveling around the country. But that's kind of how I wound up there.
Yeah, good. So, family man? Are you any brothers and sisters?
Yeah. So I have one younger brother. He plays outside linebacker at the Naval Academy. He's actually a senior this year, but just had labrum surgery. But he's been on my side ever since I was getting recruited. So he was always there, coming to different places and stuff like that. And ultimately decided to go to the Naval Academy, where it's totally different. You're not really getting recruited for Division I sports like that. It's for something bigger. So really proud of him, and parents have always been supporting us and going to our games for 5 years now.
Oh, okay, good. A lot of things people don't know about you. What's your favorite hobby? Let's throw that out. Favorite hobby. I hear is golf. Is that true?
Yeah. So I learned because a lot of linemen don't play golf anymore. It's kind of a dead sport. But
that's why
this is what I learned though, because I learned playing at Alabama. Like it's always warm down there and stuff. And so we were always playing. Like I had a good group of buddies. Quarterbacks and specialists have always been like huge golfers, and I just love playing. It's always a challenge, and stuff like that. And it's always warm down there, so you can play pretty much year round. But that was always been my sport, man. I don't know why. I self-taught myself. Nobody in my family plays it, and I just kind of started loving it.
All right. So did you play with any of the linemen yet on this team?
I have seen Costanzo, and I've seen Jack Mewhort hit, and actually Haig too. So, there's a lot of foundations that people do, golf outing and stuff like that. And, I'm not going to say every lineman has the prettiest swing, but, we usually can hit it pretty far.
So who would you say is the best lineman player, golfer?
I would say.
You're not going to say yourself.
No, I mean, besides me, I'm at the top, so you gotta look down. Who's next? I don't know. I think Mewhort might be up there.
Okay,
yeah, he's not bad.
Okay, Jack.
But I think Wright. I haven't seen Wright's play, but I heard he's pretty good, or at least he talks a big game.
Okay. One thing a lot of people don't know, that you're an avid reader. You love reading books. We all know Andrew Lux has a book club. Are you in his book club first?
No, I have not. I've not gotten the invite. I've not gotten the invite. You would think I'd get invited soon, but we'll see.
So let me get this right. You block for him every Sunday, Monday, or Thursday.
That's all correct. Friday.
And Friday.
Yes.
Okay, you block for him. Great blocker. I mean, and matter of fact, you hand him the ball. You snap the ball.
Every time. Yeah.
And
I touch the ball more than he does sometimes if we're going Wildcat.
That's true. Just
saying.
So through all of that, you still didn't get an invite to the book club?
No invite. I don't know what's up with that. I'm going to keep doing my thing, reading my thing. Maybe one day, we'll see.
So, but do you guys exchange like books, or do you like give them tips on, hey, this is a good book, or do he give you any?
No, because I feel like I know like I like to read, you know what I'm saying? I think it's a calming thing, and it's something you can learn how to do.
Absolutely.
But I know that I'm not near where he's at in reading level. So I'm like, if I give him a book, I'm like, man, like what am I going to be expecting in return? Because I'm like, whatever book he gives me, I'm gonna have to read it, and I'm gonna have to like give him some kind of synopsis about it. How'd you like that part? I'm like, well, I don't know. So it's more of like a recreational thing for me, just like, instead of looking at everybody's phone all the time, something to do and different, and to me, I always kind of like reading it, especially before you go to bed, just pass out right afterwards. So.
All right, 13. Your 13. You played 13 games.
Yep.
Right. Now, what was the biggest challenge during Game 1 and Game 13? What would you say was your biggest challenge?
I'd say in college it's different. You're playing against an elite guy, maybe once every 3 weeks or something like that. In this league, I think you have to learn is that, you're not going to always have that dominating block where you're going to pancake this nose guard 5 yards in the back, down the field. And I think once you learn, what a win is in the NFL, and you're going against an elite guy every single play. So I think just communicating the entire, being that presence up in the front and the middle, to all the other 4 guys around you, especially because we've had so many guys rotating in and out, you know. But I think it's getting used to the game, the speed of the game. Even coming from a program that I did where, we had a lot of success, to this level, it's a different change.
Absolutely.
And you can only get so much out of practice before, you have to go in the game and you have to just, get those reps and those live reps to make them really count.
Absolutely. So with that being said, who was your hardest blocker? Well, not hardest blocker. Yeah, what was your hardest blocker? Who was your hardest person? Like, okay, this guy he was pretty good.
This year?
This year. Yeah, I mean, he only played 13 games.
I'd say, besides against the guys we go against every day, I'd say Dontari Poe for the Chiefs. I mean, just because, a lot of teams are playing that big nose guard guy, that big, wide hip guy who's going to be the squatter. The guy who's trying to push the center back and, kind of disrupt the running lanes. So I'd say him. But, every single time you go against, a defensive end who's looping inside or something like that, it's like, hey, man, every week it's going to be like, hey, this front seven is going to be the best part of their defense, or, these guys are just really good players. So I think every week you just got to bring it,
Absolutely. All right, so we're on a 5, about to cross the threshold.
Here we are.
And now, right now, as we stand on 98, going to 99.
Here we are.
Before we get in the end zone,
all right,
I just want to know, no, not me, the people want to know, anything that you want to tell them, any advice, anything you want. The floor is yours. Let them have it.
Saban's obviously been a big factor of where I am today, and I wouldn't be standing here if it hadn't been for him giving me the opportunity to come in. And I think 2 things really. The reason I chose there, and the reason I liked it so much is because he never promised me anything. He just offered me an opportunity to come in there, be successful, get a degree, and everything like that. And I think it's all based on how hard you work. And then the second thing he taught me was, it's better to be seen than to be heard. And I think that stands true, pretty much in any aspect of your life. The more times that people see your face there working but not saying a whole lot, versus the guy who's always talking and never really accomplishing anything, I think those are the guys who ultimately separate themselves from other people.
There you have it. As we cross the end zone, I appreciate you. You did a great job.
I appreciate you having me.
Thanks for having me. Huntington 100. There you go. Mike Adams, Ryan Kelly. We are out.
See ya.